Going live, going live. Whew, what a weekend it has been. How's everybody doing? Just thought I would go live this weekend. And as always, I'm freaking hot. How's everybody doing? Okay, as you see on the thumbnail, it is stop pushing yourself aside. Oh my goodness. Make sure my eyebrows are looking okay. Uh, I've been seeing a lot of growth, and I have um, made some changes in some relationships in my with family members. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because this can apply to anybody. I hope you guys can hear me okay. As always, I might have mic issues, but that's why I stopped going live outside. I normally would love to go live outside, but I think what I'm going to start doing is just doing videos while I'm not going live. But how you guys doing? How's everybody doing? I'm doing great, doing great in this daily, not struggle, but daily growth. And I just wanted to share something that was going on in my mind this weekend. And, triggers, if you are in the process of growing, changing, putting yourself first, as you should, because we're taught not to. And I mean it in a good way. Because if you take care of you, those around you are going to get the best of you. Those that you love are going to get the best of you. But I was triggered. I got triggered this weekend, and I learned a few things. I learned that I matter. I learned that you matter, and the situation required me to go within to encourage myself. And sometimes only you can encourage yourself. Now I don't even know what to say. I had a lot to say earlier, but now I'm like, oh my gosh. Eve D Shorts, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good. But the title on my live is Stop Pushing Yourself Aside, because I have pushed myself aside, or used to push myself aside. Everyone was scared of everybody. And through the years, hi Eunice, through the years I have learned, and I've done a lot of work. You have to be very intentional, and it's not like a one pony trick or one pill that's going to fix it all. No, it's a daily decision to make changes in your life and to put yourself first, because we're taught that it's selfish. We're taught not to do that. But I'm here to say, no, be selfish. Take care of you. Hi, Tristan. Hi, Eunice. You say my name correct? I did. Yes. That makes me happy. A pretty name, anyway. It's a beautiful name. So I take it you guys can hear me. I wrote notes to help me stay on track because, I was really, really challenged this weekend. We all have relationships. Some relationships are good, and I'm grateful for those good relationships. But some relationships, especially sometimes if it's with family, mine, that's mine, yours may be something different. But it can be very difficult because there's things that are so deeply ingrained that you don't even realize you're reacting from conditioning. And so um, I just wanted to get on and encourage you to trust your emotions. I was feeling a certain way. And normally, or sometimes, we'll say, maybe it's just me, maybe they're not meaning to do something this way. But this time I said, no, you know what? I felt this way. And I'm going to honor that. I'm going to honor the way I feel because how many times do we push ourselves aside? We don't do that to other people. But for some reason, we feel safe enough to do it to ourselves and push ourselves aside. Somebody can make us feel like shit and treat us poorly. And we'll be like, well, they didn't mean it. Or in my case, this person's flaunting stuff, flaunting, flaunting. Yeah, look what I have, but you can't have it. Like that. And I would say I started to think, well, maybe they weren't. And I said, no, you know what? I felt like they were flaunting this in front of me. I felt like they were pushing this in my face. And you know what? I honor that now. And I was like, no, I don't care. Because I'm trying to think, well, maybe did they mean it this way? Did they mean it that way? Maybe they were just doing this. Maybe I'm taking it wrong. No, I felt this way. And I'm going to honor that. Because normally what we do, or what I do, I'm just speaking from my own experience, I'll change what I feel to fit them, to make them feel comfortable, or to play into their manipulation. Not no more. Shit don't fly no more. I'm not doing that no more. And so for years, my entire life, I did that with this person. I just let them control my emotions. And that's why I said, you know what? Stop pushing yourself aside. That little girl in me, I said, you know what? No, I'm standing up for you this time. No, this is what we feel. Now, let me say this. Sometimes because we feel something doesn't mean it's true. But I am saying it's worth stopping, pausing, and taking a look at it and not trying to always find out what you think that other person's intention was. For me in this relationship that I'm dealing with, that doesn't matter to me anymore because it's not as though it was just one incident, one thing that happened. This is a pattern that they have been doing. And it takes courage to finally say, you know what? Mm-mm, I'm putting me first. I feel this way. I'm going to honor this. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to even respond to that text. That's what happened. A text came through, and I thought, you know what? I normally would put an emoji on there just to be like, oh, it's fine, But I was like, I struggled with it because I could either send an emoji to this person with a heart and just be like, okay, I'm gonna send that and just let it go. But inside, I was like, I don't want to even recognize this post that they just sent me. And so I struggled and I stopped and I sat with myself. I said, you know what? I'm gonna honor me and how I feel. I don't like that. I'm not gonna act like it's okay and that I think it's funny or whatever. That, oh, I don't feel like you're flaunting. I just didn't even respond. I still haven't responded. And I am not going to respond because you know what? I matter. Just like you matter. You matter. If you're in a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be in family, it could be a love relationship, it could be a co-worker relationship. Sometimes we have to pause. This is just to give you something to think about. What I do in my life, I've given it a lot of pondering, a lot of thought. So for me, this works for me. For you, you may have to do something different, but sit with yourself. This morning, a lot of times, maybe with you, when I wake up, I have no defenses up. So my conditioned emotion is automatically on alert when there's an event going on around a situation or when I have to deal with this person or when I've had some interactions with this person. My emotions, I wake up with a lot of anxiety. So I had to stop myself and I had to go, oh, what's going on? And I said, I'm not pushing myself to the side this time. I'm not answering that text. It was a group text. My sister put an answer in there. I'm like, ah, ha, ha. I'm like, I'm not even doing it. My sister lives in another state. She doesn't have to deal with this person as much as I do. So I'm not going to even respond to that. And I haven't. And it feels good because I took care of me this time. I didn't push myself aside to make sure that other person felt good when I know they were this really trying to poke at me. I know it. And I trust myself And I believe that, and I'm responding in that way. And even if they didn't intend it, guess what? It made me feel a certain way. And I'm now learning to honor what I feel and not what I think they want me to feel, or not to play into their game. So don't push yourself aside. You don't need to conform yourself to meet other people's needs or their roles, to fit their roles. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to conform yourself, because we all have roles that we play: role of a daughter, role of a sister, brother, friend, coworker. We have all these roles: nice person, mean person, confident person. These are all different roles that we take on. You choose the roles that you want. We're not letting other people choose the roles. And that's what happens. We've done it our entire life. Let other people choose our roles. No, stop. Don't push yourself aside. What role do you want to play in your life? I was like, I want to play the role for me. And these little baby steps that are difficult and take a lot of courage to do will get you to the next step. And it gets easier. It gets easier. You start to respect yourself more. And let me see what we have on here. And that's important, because you know what, you matter. You know what I had to do this morning? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see if I got, I think I'm getting everyone. Maria Cinda Marin. Hi, Maria. Kristen, hello. Mr. Charmaine, hi. Hello. Oh, and thank you, Eunice. Eunice Gomez. Thank you so much. She says I'm beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have my notes. See, I wrote my notes because I was like, I just have a few things I want to say. But yeah, you don't need to conform to meet other people's expectations of you when they don't have your best interest at heart. Those are the people we're like, no, we're not pushing ourselves aside for them anymore, because you matter. I had to create a tape, and I would play it for you. I had to create a tape this morning. I videotaped myself, and it was amazing. And you should try it too, because I knew what I needed to hear. I put on some other meditations, and I always try that. And I realized I was distracting myself. I've been doing that a lot lately, but I've been stopping it and catching it and saying, no way, Kathy, sit with your own emotions. And I got my little video. I'm going to do exactly this what I did, because this person is just, I mean, I got my video. You could do the same thing. I looked at that video. I said, I'm here for you. I am not going to push you aside. I'm here for you. All that other stuff, we're not going to worry about that, because you know what? I got your back. You don't have to perform. You don't have to. I'm not going to, wait, I was saying, no, I'm not going to poke at you. I'm not going to tease you. I am not going to mock you. I love you. I'm here for you. I am not going to leave you nor forsake you. I got your back. You know what the Bible says? That's what God said. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I was looking myself in the eyes. I am not going to leave you nor forsake you. I'm not going to tease you. I'm not going to mock you. I'm not going to do anything that I know is going to hurt you. I love you. I love you. And I just spoke words of life to myself, and empowerment. Not we'll see, oh, like I needed some strong, empowering words. And sometimes you have to give that to yourself. And I had to give that to myself. And so when I need that again, I got that little videotape. I can play it and say, I love you. I got you. If you want to see that video, let me know, because I will put it on my little iPad and I will play it for you. But we just have to stand up for ourselves. And standing up for ourselves doesn't mean you got to go curse somebody out. No, it just means taking care of you. When I got that text this morning, the question I had to ask is, Do I want to make them feel better? Do I want to entertain them and entertain the little game they're playing? Or am I going to honor me and take care of myself and make sure that I feel okay? I chose right this time. I chose me this time. And it's such an empowering thing because when you take care of you, you could show up for those that you love in just the most magnificent way. So don't sleep on that because you matter too. You matter too. All that energy you're giving to the other people that don't appreciate it, that take it for granted, you give that to yourself. Give that energy to those that you love. Give that good energy that you've now I was gonna say that you wasted on others. But no, because when you do something in love, that hey, that's a good seed to plant. But that stuff that you did for people that took advantage of it and they never ever thought that you would get the strength or the courage to finally take care of yourself and stand up for yourself and say, you try to play me? Wait, okay, I know you've been playing me all these years, but I kind of am aware now. They don't expect you to finally learn to love yourself. And they will be shocked and you'll be surprised. At least I was surprised. I'm not getting the pushback that I thought. It's like all these things I feared was like a dog barking and growling. And all of a sudden I'm saying, wait, you ain't even got no teeth. I'm scared of you. You ain't even got no teeth. So learn to love yourself and become your best friend. It does not happen overnight. This is something you have to be intentional with over and over and over again. If you look at my previous videos, you'll see maybe like 5 years ago. No, it might have even been 10. I don't know how many years ago, but you'll see me doing a mirror exercise to get courage. I was trying to get courage to do the things that I'm doing now. And that was years ago. Audios and videos of me when I was in my 30s and probably even in my 20s that are just now coming to life for me. I'm just now getting the courage from the seeds I was planting in myself when I was 18. I'm now 61. And let me tell you, just because you get older, those pains from childhood don't just leave. You think, oh, when I get older, I'll be glad when I get my own place. And when I get older, I can make my own decisions. For some of us, it takes until we get to our 60s. For me, it was my 50s. That's when I started shifting and going, okay, wait, yeah, things got to change. But some of us, it takes till we get in our 60s and we're still living at home because our mind is still locked in the things we had in childhood. If you had a bad childhood, you didn't have a good supportive family system, those things are stuck in your mind still. You got to be intentional with working, unlearning, and retraining your mind to think in a more powerful way. And when you do that, I was always afraid of my siblings and what my mother's friends would say. I'm going to look like a bad daughter. And it was fine when things were coming from the heart. But when I started realizing, you know what, they playing me. Certain people were playing me. And I let I let it go on. Okay, well, I gotta forget. Well, it's your sister, it's your brother, it's your mother. You gotta love them. I finally said, no, if you're treating me like shit, I don't have to do anything. No, no, though that don't work no more. I love myself now. I got people in my life that love me and that I love. I don't need to act like a little girl and do what you want me to do for your benefit. No. So feelings aren't always truths. Let me say this. Feelings aren't always the truth. Like when I was feeling like, you know what? She's trying to flaunt. She's playing me right now. She's trying to poke me. Sometimes those feelings are just, they may not be the truth, but guess what? For me, that's my truth. And my truth is the truth. Too many years I pushed my truth aside for their truth. Oh, I'm supposed to be what you say? Okay. What do you think? Okay. You think I need to be like the okay. No. Even while all along I'm feeling inside, my insides are torn and hurt and ripped apart because I'm conforming myself and just pushing myself to the side because you say I need to be this way. Okay. No, not anymore. No, no, no. My truth is my truth. And sometimes you have to step back and look at it, but I've looked at my truth for far too long. So I know. For you, you have to determine for yourself. For me, my truth is my truth. And you are going to try to tell me that my experience is not true. No, that's not going to work anymore because that happened to me. I expressed what I was feeling, the hurt this person caused me, and they tried to tell me that's not true. And I used to be like, oh, maybe, yeah, maybe they're right. But I'm like, no, that's my truth. And my truth is my truth. You can have your truth. If that's the story you think it is, that's fine. My experience is real. So trust that. Um, and that's it. I think that was it. That was basically it. But I wanted to just get on to say, well, how long have I been? 20 minutes. I don't want to be too long. Trust your emotions. And I have to say that with a grain of salt because I don't know where you are. I'm saying that to myself, Kathy. Trust your emotions. That's what I say to me. And you could take it if that works for you. If not, some people want to seek counsel. And that's fine. You do that. There was a moment, time in my life, I was like, I pray about it. Let me see what God says. Well, you know what? God is within me. That little voice, I trust that little voice inside me. I'm not going to go to Tim, Jack, John, Joe, and Blue to see what they say. No, I'm going to trust myself. I've been doing this work for so long. Trust your emotions if you're in that position, if you can. And if it's good trust, if you just know that gut, God put that little intel system inside of us. And sometimes we got to learn how to listen to it and learn, to trust it. But it is amazing once you get in tune with it. And this is not to hurt other people. No, I'm talking about just a healthy, trusting yourself, trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, trusting your self guidance, because nobody lives in your shoes. Nobody will ever know the experience that you go through. Have you ever tried explaining a dream to someone? You can't. And that's the same thing with their experience. Your experience is your experience. Honor that. Honor your experience. Honor your truth. Doesn't mean you have to go cussing everybody out, hurting people physically. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a healthy, trusting yourself, trusting if you feel somebody is dissing you, if you feel somebody is manipulating you, trust it. And at least trust yourself and love yourself enough to go, let me think about this. Even if you're scared to stand up for yourself, at least have that conversation with yourself and be honest with yourself that this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm experiencing. You may not be to the point where you can say something or you can stand up for yourself yet. If not, that's okay. At least be honest with yourself. That's the first step. Don't push those emotions to the side and go, well, you know what, they think I'm wrong. They're saying I shouldn't feel this way. No, don't push your emotions to the side and automatically give everybody else the power to how you feel. They make you feel. So that's basically all I have. If anybody has any questions, if anybody has any comments they want to share, let's talk. Let's talk. I just had a conversation with myself and I wanted to share that with you because this morning I was like, you know what, universe, creator, whoever made me, I need some help. I need to get through this. I need some help. I need some guidance here. And I sat with that and the answers came. If you sit long enough, the answers will come. I had to get on my video and do that self talk. And that was how I got my answer. That was how I was able to get myself up and get myself through the day. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's something that when you can see yourself speaking life to yourself, because I knew what I needed to hear. It's a form of reparenting, a form of reparenting. And it's important when you did not have a healthy household where you were able to, where you're taught to develop. You know, you weren't able to express yourself. You weren't able to share your thoughts. So it's a form, me sitting there telling myself what I need to hear. It was a form, it's a form of reparenting, telling myself what I needed my parents to say to me. That even raised the question. I'm like, you know what? Maybe parents, I mean, because my issues with my mother, maybe mothers aren't supposed to be loving. Maybe I have it wrong. Tell me, do I got it wrong? Maybe I am imagining and putting expectations on what I think a mother should be, loving, you know, wanting the best for you, wanting to do what they can to make your life better. Maybe do I got that wrong, y'all? Actually, that's a good question to ask you guys. I mean, I know my truth. I'm holding on to my truth. I am not going to let y'all sway my truth because I think a mother should be loving and caring and supportive. But I'm thinking maybe I got it wrong. Maybe mothers are supposed to be not caring. Maybe, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm just, that my expectation is she should be loving. And you see, I'm kind. I'm a kind, loving person. You probably can get that from here. I got this way because I thought that's what my mother was like. Honestly, I think, and that's probably where I got that from, that kind. Plus, it was a safety mechanism. I had to be nice and happy at home. So I wouldn't get what my twin sister used to get. My twin sister had it really bad with my mama and in that household. But I became this nice, bubbly, happy, you know. But I thought that I thought that she was like a really kind, giving person. But like in recent years, I'm finding out, wow, she's not. You know, but our mothers, should they be loving? I think they should be. What do you think? Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting to. But the thing is, too, what's helped me now is I just say, you know what? This is who she is. I'm my own mama. I mothered myself. So right now, I'm my own mama. I got a badass mama too, because I'm remothered myself in such a phenomenal way. But I just, you know, it's very hurtful and it's sad, you know, because you want. Well, I've always, that's another thing I realized. I was holding on to hope. I was hoping I'd get a loving, kind mother, hoping all my life. When my dad died, I thought my mother would come alive and be this real sweet, loving, and giving. We finally would have that mama, that sweet. It was gonna be fun, but it just, I just saw, you know, it's unfortunate. There's no reason to go into that story, but you know, love yourself. That's one thing I have learned. I did learn, and that's the greatest gift out of all of this. I learned to love myself the way I wanted to be loved. And I ain't turning on myself. I used to, because I thought I had to get the love from outside, from other people. But I needed their approval. I realized no, they're all, and I'm sure I've let people down too. They're going to always let you down. People can never live up. Maybe they can, but the people in my life, the people that I was looking for love from, looking for acceptance from, I didn't get. So I had to learn to give it to myself. And that's the greatest gift of all. Because, like this morning, I had to do my videotape for myself. I ain't going to leave you, girl. I got you. Greatest gift of all. Well, since I have nobody on here saying anything, I think I'm going to end this live. And I do want to thank you for being here. I thank you for sharing your time with me and letting me share my thoughts with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Um, if anybody has anything they want to say, any questions, any comments, um, otherwise, that's it. And I want to say, let life love you. Trust the good emotions in you. Trust the good emotions and the good intuitive thoughts and good inner guidance that's leading you in a good positive way. Trust that. You may have to tell people no. You may have to disappoint people or yourself because you're taking care of you finally. And if this is for you, hope this really lifts you up. If not, that's okay. That's okay. But I wanted to say, let life love you. Let life love you. And you will be amazed at the things that life will do for you, the things that life will do with you. Yeah. And that's it. Thank you guys for being here. And I'll see you next time. Hey, let life love you. See you soon. Stop pushing yourself to the side. You matter.